Is your newborn causing shoulder pain? Hi, I'm William Fuller, certified massage therapist, wellness educator, and founder of Vision Body Mind. And many of my clients here in downtown San Francisco are becoming new parents. And because I do pre-postnatal massage, I spend a lot of time with new mums and dads that are experiencing back pain, neck pain, and what's going on, shoulder pain, and what's going on there. So I'm very familiar with this. The difference with my practice is that I believe that massage is just a way of releasing the tension. The trick isn't about how do you release the tension. I think that's very possible. I think the trick is how do you stop the tension from coming back in the first place? And that's where this video comes in, this little bit of information, because my background is in sports science and physical education. I'm very much focused about biomechanics. How do we use the body to get maximum results? So what I'm finding, especially with myself, I have a 2-year-old. When she was a newborn, I noticed I was doing a lot of this, partly because I was protective as a brand new proud father. But then also I noticed it a lot with my wife, obviously because she was, not obviously, but she was breastfeeding a lot during the day. So she was not only having it through the breastfeeding, but she was also holding our daughter as well. And after many hours of shushing and trying to get our daughter to sleep, it doesn't take long for this shoulder pain to come back. So I'm just going to give you one quick tip right now that's going to save you a lot of pain and discomfort: shoulders down and back. So the muscles that you're engaging there, serratus anterior, lower trapezius, lower rhomboid. You can look the muscle tissue up. You activate that tissue. Notice how that brings the shoulder back down into this position, so that when you are holding your newborn, actually you're using this large muscle group in the back rather than this positioning, which throws your whole structure out of alignment through here. You're tightening in through the chest and pec. Let me get my little magic muscle band here. There's no way I could do both of these at the same time, but imagine the pec major coming in through here and here. It's a little bit like a burp cloth here. Imagine it's connecting from the sternum in through the shoulder. If you're rounding in, that's going to shorten all this tissue through here. And then likewise in through the back, you could imagine the tissue connecting through here. Now if the shoulder's back and down, then that is in a normal restful state, other than maybe some postural holding. But now I'm rounding the shoulder. You could see how that could stretch if we were, this was the spine, this was the shoulder. All of a sudden you round the shoulder, you stretch that tissue, and you're not just doing that for 5-10 minutes, you're doing that periodically throughout the day, maybe cumulative for many hours. Those of you that are spending time over the computer, look at the same position, boom, through here. So it's the same situation that's going on there. Plus now you're putting a high demand, plus adding a few more pounds with the newborn as they get older. Like my daughter, she's nearly 2 and she's well over 35 pounds now. So I've really had to adopt this now that I've got a toddler. And if you have a toddler, check out the toddler wrist videos there on how you can work with the pain that those little or big darlings could be causing. But what I want us to do is start to think about this positioning in through here, especially with the newborn. Now, I'm not foolish. Check out the videos on breastfeeding and newborns, breastfeeding and babies and shoulder pain, because that's going to, I talk in a little bit more detail about how that's related to breastfeeding. Today I just want to talk about kind of newborns and how we're under this new demand, high new stress, sleep deprived. There's a lot going on right now. And it doesn't help to have some English guy to start telling you about, oh yeah, now you're doing this too much. 2 things that I'm going to say now. 1, let's just start to be more aware about the shoulder positioning. Is there a way while you're breastfeeding, and yes, in the beginning, it can be very stressful and it's going to take time to get it. So just ignore me if it's too much. I don't want to add one more challenge to your life. My hope is that this removes a challenge rather than creating another one. But basically, if you're holding with the newborn, start to think about tucking that shoulder blade down into the new pocket, into your back pocket. If you're sitting down, and then maybe you could use a pillow, still tuck that shoulder blade down. Use a pillow to support underneath the arm so that you're not having to actively engage that muscle tissue there. If it's breastfeeding, consult a midwife or a lactation consultant about a good position that could help you there as well. As a new dad, just start to think about this kind of, are we overusing this kind of front line, this pec? And then for those of you trying to get back into the gym, which is a huge challenge, are you focusing on things like chest press, which is just tightening the chest even more? Let's start thinking about strengthening more this posterior chain, and mums, if you're trying to get back into the gym, start thinking about strengthening the posterior chain. You can find out a lot of more information on that on visionbodymind.com. But I wanted to just kind of cue you in a little bit more on how this rounding of the shoulder could be leading to there. So I said two things. So number one, thinking about keeping the shoulder blade down and back. Number two, if it's really just, there's nothing you can do about it, right? Like even me with my newborn, there was just times I was stuck with my shoulder round, and I was looking at photos the other day of my daughter as a newborn, and I really noticed that I was doing it. Looking back now, I definitely know it was kind of this protective mechanism, even though I knew it could lead to discomfort. The difference is I know how to work with this. And I know how to correct it, but that's why I'm giving you this information so you can. But basically, think about it. If it's unavoidable here, now think about the times that you're away from holding your newborn, chopping vegetables, being in front of the computer, on your phone. Are there times where you could be a little bit more aware about your posture and your biomechanics so that you're not putting more strain on top of your newborn? Thinking about this new information about keeping that posterior chain a little bit more engaged. You're not overdoing it. It shouldn't be causing pain. It's just a small tweak that you're going to put into your day-to-day, which could be the difference between shoulder pain and no shoulder pain. Well, thank you very much for joining me. If you do want more information, please head over to visionbodymind.com, where you'll find a lot more resources and exercises on how to work with shoulder pain, discomfort, and causes of that. Check out and subscribe to the YouTube channel below, where you're going to find a lot more videos on kind of working with these cute little darlings, not so cute sometimes, especially at 2 o'clock in the morning when they're screaming, on how you can work with any kind of pain or discomfort that can be going on there. And if you do get a chance, and I highly recommend checking out Vision Body Mind, to head over there and look at the 5-day posture challenge, which is all about building new body awareness. If you have neck or head pain, then that's definitely one that you're going to want to sign up for and check out. It's basically just 5 mini meditations that gets you to start to build more body awareness on what's going on there. The reason why that's important for the shoulder is the head coming forward can sometimes be the domino effect for then the shoulders coming around like this. But also what the meditation does, or just kind of a podcast series, is it guides you into a little bit more body awareness, what's going on with the head, but then that's also going to bring in your kinesthetic awareness to the rest of the body as well. And if you're feeling a little bit stressed, the meditation can help you in that way altogether. But it's really about how do you build this kinesthetic awareness, kinesthetic intelligence, body awareness. How do we get more into the bodies, especially if you're a new mum? You might be wanting to move away what's going on with the body, especially as you're recovering. But what I try and do is encourage him as much as possible is what is the body trying to tell us, so that we can address that situation, so we can say goodbye to that pain. We're treating the cause of what's going on rather than just treating the symptoms. No drugs, no surgeries. Let's just think about the cause so you can start to live a healthy, active, happy life. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.